Greetings. I thought I'd leave this over to a separate video instead of including it in with the last one. Funny thing happened last night. In this room I'm in now, I basically had a out-of-body experience, and I found myself in a corridor in a rather splendid hotel in New York. It was basically lovely wide corridors, plush wood and very high quality fleur-de-lis, sort of dark red wallpaper, and very ornate round the ceiling. And as I'm walking down the corridor, there's an occasional table with basically like a Tiffany lamp, reading lamp, and there's a man sitting there. And I recognised him straight away. And he's sitting there with his legs crossed, and he's reading the New York Times. And before I could even formulate a question, he said to me, yes, carry on as you are, and be sure to share the message. Test it for yourselves. And as quick as that, I'm back in this room. What a wonderful experience. The man sitting in the chair was none other than Neville Goddard. So the message is pretty much to everybody. Brian Scott, giving voice to the Age of Wisdom, Nevolution channel, and many more that are testing it for yourself. The proof in the performance of imagination creates reality. Because I know that it works. I have tested it. And that is how we change this reality. Imagine, and you see the end. What would it feel like to be whatever it is you wish for? As Neville has said, a sin is a wish unfulfilled. When you've missed the target, you've not seen it through. So do listen to the Neville Goddard lectures. They're in the playlists on this channel, or go to one of the channels I've just mentioned. But what a wonderful experience. It's fantastic what happens, and it just goes to show that you can go anywhere, do anything. You're not restricted like you think you are. When you open up the mind, you can go no time, no place, nowhere, because it's all in the imagination. And as Neville would say, a truth is known only to one. It is through the experience, so it doesn't matter whether you believe me or not. Only I know what I witnessed, what I felt and what I saw. You'll probably have experiences and you'll have the same thing. Remember that even in every story, Jesus carrying the cross to be crucified, in that story, there's a crowd that is jeering at him, so he wasn't popular with everybody. And you'll find this with the spiritual path. But just look at what the system is presenting to you. Have you noticed how you can just get anything? Through banking, you can get anything instantly. The transaction happens in a matter of seconds. In no time at all, and that is what the banking, the control is showing you. It is out of time. It has no time left. Just see the way it is twisted and shown in this 3D reality. It's nothing to fear. It is presented as something fearful, but the true spiritual meaning behind that, if you untwist it, is actually something very good. It is nothing to be feared. So, I thought I'd pass that message on. Hello, we've got both dogs have come in here now. And on the bed. Oh well. So yeah, I thought I'd just share that wonderful experience. It's as real as if I was talking to Neville, or he was talking to me right in front of me right now. And it begs the question of what is reality. I was thinking about all these things like sleepwalking. It seems to be that things take place because it's easiest time to transition when we are resting, when we are asleep, and the unconscious comes into its own, when the conscious mind is switched off, when we're asleep. And same with the sleep paralysis. I think what you'll find is it is parallel, almost identical realities, and for whatever reason you're in mid-transition between realities. The sleepwalking people will be disorientated. They will go through the motions, opening the wardrobe door and going through the motions as if they're thinking they're in the bathroom, for example. Do I know this to be true? I've only got feeling to go on. I'm just sort of thinking about things on this part of it, this aspect, but it seems to make sense to me. The sleep paralysis is another thing that is... It can be a very frightening experience because you're basically doing like a lucid dream. You've awoken in a sleeping body. It's probably in mid-transition. For whatever reason, you've become aware, but then your body can't move. Well, it's a battle of wills. Overcome it. That is the best. I've only experienced it once, many, many years ago, and I've never had it since. But I had the experience, and it was a real battle to even get the eyes to open. But it seemed like an eternity, but I got there, and that seemed to break the spell, and pretty much I was sort of back to full mobility again. But there was that brief moment where you think, I know I'm awake and I can't move and I don't have control over my body, and it can seem like quite a scary experience. It's some sort of transition. I mean, that happened to me back in 1983, so quite a long time ago. So I've never had any problems since, so maybe it's just extending out a greater power than the power that is trying to prevent you. So yeah, just a few thoughts on why things seem so crazy, or can seem so crazy, and that's okay. I'm just wondering what's happened in this room. A bit sidetracked there. Anyway, that's me waffling on enough now, but I thought I'd just share that with you, share those thoughts, and hopefully it'll help make a bit of sense. So I shall say ta-ta for now.